This is a Catwoman 40. This is I want to say this is a Jeff the Cow cover.
Yeah, I love that one. Yeah. And we've talked about Jeff DeCal on many of shows.
And this is Catwoman from a prior volume. And the Senti, and I believe it had several Terry Dotson covers, but this is from a previous volume, Catwoman.
Yep.
That's issue 34.
Yeah, the DC 52 was that 50? No, yeah, it was a 52, new 52.
Yeah, the new, this from the new 52. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is Catwoman 41 from the current volume.
From the current volume.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tight one. That's another Jeff DeCal cover, y'all. That came out of almost a year ago with the Batman movie.
Yeah. There's let's see. There's a lot more here. If you want to jump in, will call, or you want me to keep going?
Keep going, man.
All right. So yeah, there's I got a number here. I may do half of what's here. Okay, this is from Gothopia. Batgirl from the new 52, issue 27.
Oh yeah. I think Art Germ was doing some of those covers at that time. And I know he was doing the early covers, but I think that might be an Art Germ cover. Don't quote me on that because I could be wrong on number 27, but Art Germ was doing some of those early books. Stanley Art Germ Lau.
Yeah, before he really got on the map. Yeah. All right, so here's these were picked up at Coliseum of Comics in Orlando when I passed through there some time ago. Let's see here, and one of them is going to be the first Godspeed. This is from Rebirth.
Yeah.
Issue 4.
Oh well, when I'm gonna keep my lips closed so you hit that Godspeed, but yeah.
I think it's in here that it was in the back issue bin. Here's wait, this is yeah, that's right. This is the this is the variant cover for issue 4.
Okay.
And this is gonna be the A cover for issue 4. This is the A cover.
Got it. I've never seen the cover. I don't have that B cover. Never seen it. I do have the A. I've never seen it.
And here's issue. This is issue 5.
Yep, got that one. Yep, 2016-ish. DC Rebirth. 16, 17.
This is I don't see it yet, but this is issue 8.
Mm-hmm. He and Wally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there he is right there.
Is that my Godspeed?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Here's this is an homage cover.
And what issue? That's 9.
That's issue 9. It's an homage to back to the 70s when the Flash, Barry Allen, was racing to save Iris Allen, I want to say, and Jay Garrick, the Golden Age Flash, was on the other side of the wall.
I'm bad, my bad, because it also looks very much like that super. Well, maybe I'm confusing it. I think I might be confused because it looks like the Superman Flash race as well, but a lot of
it does look like that, but with the race, I don't know that they had a wall between them.
Right.
They had the city. You know what? It was the city in the background, but
that's what it was.
It's an homage to that to the Flash and Jay Garrick, the Golden Age Flash. They were racing to save Iris. And here's a variant cover. This is issue. What is this issue? Let me look. This is issue 61. This is issue 61 from the, I want to say from the current run.
Yeah. I can't remember what the number. I can't remember what number they're on the current run.
Yeah, it's ooh, no, don't get me to
They
trying to
don't.
quote.
Yeah, but what my point in saying that a lot of
Yeah.
the recent covers on Flash, probably the last 10, I'm not digging those covers too much at all.
Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. I've been looking at them and bypassing as well.
Ooh,
Yeah, I've seen them. I'm like, what's going on here? You're right.
they
Uh,
doing them wrong.
yeah. Now this is issue 22. This is going back to a previous run. This was the button part 4. But this cover here was another homage to the Golden Age Flash.
Yes, yes, sir. And that's a Jason Fabok cover, I believe.
Yeah, he's a you are correct. Yes.
Yeah,
And
Jason Fabok.
he's a bad boy.
Ooh, what you
If I
talking about?
if I could go back and find that Justice League he did when they were like kind of reintroducing Mr. Miracle. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
And it had that Fabok art. Oh man.
Man, Jason Fabok been smashing it for a while when he did, I think it was Detective Comics. Oh my
Oh yeah.
God.
Here we go. DC Universe Rebirth, The Flash #7.
Yeah, buddy. My boy Godspeed. I can't wait to see if they're gonna do something with that character.
Right. Mm-hmm. Oh man, here's a book this raw that I got to get a bag on, but this is Iron Cat #1. This is the
Mm-hmm.
Scotty Young variant.
Gotcha. Yeah, and Scotty Young's got his fans, man. Scotty's got his fans.
And if you want to talk about some nice covers, just look at those the regular covers on Iron Cat. They are
Yes.
beautiful. I try to find these in the back issue bins whenever I can, but they also are always depleted. Deadpool Cable or Cable Deadpool. The first volume, it was Cable Deadpool when Cable was more popular.
Yes, sir.
But as Deadpool rose to his fame, the title was reversed and it became Deadpool Cable. But
Yes, sir.
you're not going to hardly find these in the back issue bins.
No, sir.
They get snatched up.
I can't remember. Was that Swarzynski or whatever? Who's the writer on that? Is that long name Swarzynski? Something like.
Yeah, Swarzynski, yes,
Mm-hmm.
and Medina art. And I want to say, yeah, Medina. He used to be on Spawn at one point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is yeah. And then this Batman Detective 1049. Whenever I see it, I pick it up.
Oh yeah, that's a good buy. Yeah, I do the same. I know I at least have 2 copies of that book. Yeah.
Now I can't remember the key about this. That I was watching a program this morning, Bill, and they pulled this cover up. There's something key that happened in here, but I don't recall. This is Detective 1047, 1047. Something
Yeah.
occurred in here.
I think Tomiko, I think the writer's Tomiko on those books. The covers are great. The stories are so-so,
Mhm.
but the covers are amazing. There is not a lot of fanfare
Yeah.
on those Tomiko books, but
I'm more interested in the backstory, Shadows of the Bat. Yeah.
gotcha.
Well,
And it's I'm not trying to shoot, I'm not trying to shoot Tomiko down or anything like that, but
yeah.
it's just been a lukewarm reception to that writing. But the covers are amazing.
And then this is another one I found, and this is also Coliseum of Comics, Orlando. This was one of my favorite little runs here with Lapham.
Oh yeah. Now that was a good series.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the 2004-ish, 3 or 4.
2000, Yeah, it be let's see, was this the first part? 2006, yeah.
Okay, 6. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Because I know.
2005 and 6, yeah.
Okay,
But
because I
yeah,
knew
plenty of
I was
fun.
living in DC at the time when that
That's
run
a
came out.
that's a great read there, boy. That's
Yeah, David Lapham, he smashed that run.
mhm. Here's a great land cover for Marvel Zombies 3 with
Mm,
Jacosta. Excuse me. With Jacosta.
yeah, I don't have that cover. I didn't do all the Marvel Zombies.
Yeah,
Vault.
I have the full set up to 5 because I'm pretty sure it went up to 5. And then this one got accidentally bent in one of my boxes, and I had to go and get another copy. It got creased, and this is not the greatest copy, but it was at Coliseum of Comics. Marvel Zombies Supreme.
Yep, totally unfamiliar. Was that Jack of Hearts?
Yeah. And I want to say that is he's smashing the jaw of the leader of the Squadron Supreme. Um,
Oh, Hyperion.
yeah, Hyperion. Good. Better than me on that one. Leader, yeah, I do. Yeah, Hyperion. He's smashing the zombie Hyperion. Is smashing his jaw. For some reason, this cover also of the Flash intrigues me. It's just the composition of it, Bill. When I see it, I think I got 4 copies.
Yeah, I think I know I have one.
Mhm.
I might have two, but I liked it as well. It's not great, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just the heaviness of the Flash, like
Yeah,
it says the strongest man alive. He's huge. I love
yeah,
that cover.
yeah. I can't knock why you would buy it. I feel the same way about it.
Now these came from these are the ones you've seen. These I think when I said these I found in a comic shop in Tuscaloosa, Alabama uh called the Comic Strip, and they had a pretty good source of back issues with some pretty good prices too.
Wonder Woman, yeah. What issue is it? 94?
Yes, yeah, this is issue 94. It's got a little, I think it's got a little reader's crease in it, but that's all right. A little pressing will cure that. And these are the bowling covers, so I
Yeah,
grabbed them.
that's
There was some
Brian
more.
Boland.
There's some more in there. That's 94, and then issue 0. I had never really seen this one before.
Hey,
Issue
for you
0.
guys, I love that cover. And for those of you who don't know, Brian Boland was one of those guys that came from that England wave of talent with Alan Moore, Brian Boland, J.H. Williams, so many, Neil Gaiman, um, tons of folks and writers. John Byrne, I believe, is John Byrne as well.
Oh yes.
That
Uh,
came into started doing content for American comics late 70s, more so early 80s, early mid 80s. But Brian Boland is one of those cats that started out with Judge Dredd in England and came over here and smashed a whole lot of good stuff, including the Killing Joke that he and Alan Moore did together. And then he does those Zatanna covers.
oh yeah, yeah.
1 through 10 or 11, something like that.
Yeah, talk about spending a pretty penny if you try to find those Zatanna covers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so and here's issue 100, Centennial Edition. It was 95, July of 95.
Brian's a bad boy, man. He was doing some work.
90, issue 99. Yeah.
And what I love about it, it's comic book art. It's like that hand drawn.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's real. It's pure. It's graphics at all. It's no computer graphics assisted at all. It's real drawn work.
This is issue 88.
Superman and that damn mullet.
Yeah, back then. Wonder Woman issue 91. Now this one was a little bit, he had it priced a little bit more than the others. I'm thinking because he's considering it, I guess maybe in the price guides it sells a little more. I guess they're considering it a bondage cover.
Maybe, but I just like the fact with Artemis, her fighting Artemis. It's a pretty cool.
Yeah. So Immortal Combat, yeah, it's just and then the expression on the face.
Those pugil sticks.
Woo. All right. So next, something is killing the children, number 21. And this is the Stormbreakers cover. This is and I'm gonna have to open this up right quick because I had never seen this issue before till I saw it there. I tried to get the Stormbreaker covers. This is Legends. Let's see. Yeah, Legends Black Panther number 2. Legends Black Panther number 2. It's a Stormbreaker variant.
Yeah, that's the one we were talking about earlier today. I do not have that book, and I got to get it. It's the Joshua? What's the Casa? Joshua? What's the name on the cover on the front in the top left corner?
Joshua Cassara.
Cassara, thank you.
Yeah, this is January of 2022. Yeah. All right. Put that back in there. Yeah, I hadn't ever seen this one. That's why you got to travel to, you just have to travel to different shops because
everybody don't buy the same stuff.
Nope. And then here's a big one. When those variants come in, if there's only a few or they get shorted, man, the people that work there are going to put them behind the counter for themselves and you will never see it.
Yep.
I witnessed it happening at the Book Nook, Bill, several times. They were putting the books out. Man, the guy working there, putting them out, he had his little boxes. And the only way I saw them was that he was putting them into his box. I saw him put it never was going to make it to the shelf. He's like, that's for me. That's for me. I was like, man. So, and
I can't hate.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't like it.
We probably do the same thing.
There you go. That's what I'm not hating.
The perks
just don't like it.
I mean, that's a lot of books there, Bill. I think I have more, but I think I'll let you jump in. But this is one of the last ones. I had never seen this book before or had it in my hands, but he had this.
Yeah. Number 1. Nice. That is nice.
Which is not the first appearance, but it's the
first solo. But still, it's first solo.
I'm the first solo title.
I'm still jealous. That's nice. That's a good find.
Yeah, it's a tough one to find, but when you find it, you're gonna pay a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, I'll let you jump in there.
All right, team.
Let's see what you got there. Let me see.
Jump into this this variant on Infamous Iron Man number 1. And I may have my camera perspective a little too high now. I try to adjust it where it catch the full book, but maybe it's a little too high. And let's see here. So this is Iron Man number 1, the what is it, toy figure? What is it? What's it called? The
Action figure
action
variant.
figure. Thank you, action figure variant on
Mhm.
Infamous Iron Man #1. These books, Infamous Iron Man, these are when Tony Stark disappeared. We talked about this a few shows ago because Riri also filled in when Riri was Iron Man, but also Doom filled in as Iron Man and was the infamous Iron Man. So it's a very good read. I encourage you guys to try to find these because there's going to be a time when Doom again is going to show up on the scene, and stories like this are going to blow up to weight, as I've said in the past. But anyway, I'm going to move on to a couple books or a couple of copies of books that I got here, and those would be the first appearance of Amanda Waller in this Legends. These are like my third and now fourth copies of these, but after watching Suicide Squad 2 a couple weekends ago, and we talked about that, fam, I'm encouraged by the Amanda Waller series, and this is Legends #2. Number 3. And as we talked about earlier, we talked about artists that came from overseas in England. John Byrne was one of those, and John Byrne is the artist on this cover here as well. So find these books, those Legends books, in particular #1, because that is the first appearance of Amanda Waller. This is a second print book of Loki. This is, I think, was the last volume of Loki. It was somewhere in like 2018 or something like that, 2018 and 19. But this is a second print of #1 that I purchased recently. Just wanted to have a second print. It was affordable. And sometimes the second print books have smaller print runs, and sometimes they have different covers. And this one had actually a cover that looked different than the first print, so I wanted to pick it up. Nothing spectacular that I know of in that book. And I'll give a shout out to Bry's Comics. Bry's Comics has a show on YouTube that you may want to check out, but I bought this from Bry's Comics and it came in this week. This Enyuk Lee cover of Miles Morales #1. And then I also bought the Virgin variant of it as well.
Yeah, mine came in as well. Of those, I had to have those. Yeah, mine
Yes,
came
sir.
in as well. Ironic thing, Will Call. I didn't read. I had forgotten about the order, so I was looking at my phone, sitting down. I think I was eating or something, and I was like, "Wait a minute." I had an order from Bryce Comics. And
Right.
ironically, I looked there, I said, "Hey, where's that order?" You wouldn't believe when I'm like thinking, looking at the phone, where's the order? The message popped up that the mail person had just dropped it at the front door. Right when I was discovering, hey, I forgot about that order. That was so ironic. But yeah. Also, on Bry's Comics on his show, he gives some excellent facts. I mean,
And
I'm not sure how long he
recommendations.
I'm not sure how long he's been into comics. Maybe not as long as the '70s like we have, but he knows an awful lot. He really does.
Yeah, he does.
He's
I
very
won't knock his hustle.
he's very detailed about the comics in his show. I watched him. There's a good episode he did on restoration, where he took a PGX book, which did not show restoration on the case, and he thought it was restored by examining it. And then when he sent it into CGC and it came back restored just as he thought. So anyway.
Well, I bought this a few weeks ago at the comic book store. This is a George Perez. This is I can't even capture it all, but this is a poster portfolio book.
Mm-hmm.
It is huge.
Yeah.
Of George Perez, who we lost just almost about a year ago to pancreatic cancer. But this is a poster-sized book that captures some of his work over the years in very large size. And I wish I could really show you the how big this is, but I can't. But some of his most famous covers are captured in this large book, and I love this. I love this, and then even the watermark covers are shown here on the other side. It's George Perez was a true gem to the comic book world, and we will surely miss him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's what drew me to the Teen Titans. His work on the Teen Titans when I was a kid.
Yeah, man. So pick that up as well, and then try to move us through quickly. CGC books. We talked about. I went to Baltimore Comicon at the end of October. And so my CGC books that my daughter and I were sitting in line for a long time at the CGC booth, trying to get books, submit books for grading. So I'll start with my lowest grade and work my way up. And even though it's disappointing, but I'll take it anyway. This one came out of the plastic. That one was, I never took it out of the wrapping plastic, which this book was really came in this Spider-Man plastic or whatever. I never took it out until we took it to CGC the other day, and when I took it out, it was still looking pretty good. So wanted to turn that in. Sadly, it only came out as a 9.0, but that's okay.
You know what? It was explained on Bry's Comics what's happening with the polybag ones. Will call when they're stacked up in the box. The poly bags are pressing like a crease in the book under it.
Okay.
So that's why it's hard to get those 9.6 or 9.8 with the poly bag ones. There's a seam on it too. And then they said the seam from the book up above and the weight is pressing the seam into the cover. So that's what's happening.
Got it.
And then you take it out of the bag, and when they examine it, it's got some dents and creases in it. But 9.0 is not terrible, because I've had some I sent in that look nice, and I'm like, it comes back 7.0. I'm like, what in the world happened?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so then Young Avengers #1 came out as a 9.2. Might have this one clean and fresh. Same thing I might do with that all new Spider-Man for Miles. Might do the same. I might have some of these clean and fresh, but I just submitted them as they were. And so, so this is the first appearances in this book. Of course, you got Patriot, you got Hulkling, you got Iron Lad. I can't think of what the Thor character is, but tons and tons and tons of first appearances in this Young Avengers #1 that came out in the early 2000s. So sadly 9.2, but that's okay. Get it clean and pressed, and we'll move on forward. So next one would be this Wolverine Origins #10. It is the third claw variant. I have 2 of these. I got to get the next one graded. I thought this one was the better of the 2. I can't recall, but I think it was the better. I thought it was the better 2 when I submitted it, but came back as a 9.2 on this third claw variant. The other one, the regular one, just has the 2 claws, but this is a third claw variant. And this is one that pissed me off because of the way CGC does things, but the green label on this book here with the first appearance of Thrawn and Star Wars Heir to the Empire #1. As you can see, Admiral Thrawn sitting here in the blue in the background. They called it a 9.6, a qualified variant. Where's the stuff? Where's my stuff? And it's signed. And you can barely see it here. You can barely see the signature there. I guess I can raise it up a little bit to try to show the autograph. He's going to be upside down, but you can see the autograph of the artist and the writer. And it even came with the certificate of authenticity that I turned in with it. But for some reason, CGC says that's not good enough, even if it has a certificate of authenticity.
Yeah.
And the qualified green sticker, which pissed me off. What's the point of having a certificate of authenticity if it's not? But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, that's the thing about CGC, unless it's their witness program or the agreement like they had with Todd McFarlane with the certificate, which they authorize. Otherwise, yeah. If it's not a witness or one of their programs, yeah, they give the qualified label. Yep, there's my Matt Baker book.
Yeah, and so last week's show we talked about Matt Baker and a few other golden age Black writers and artists, and so this is a book about Matt Baker, fam, and I wanted to bring this to your attention that this does exist. I've not even cracked this book open from the plastic.
Yeah, I've been going
that infamous, again, that Phantom Lady number 17 cover. We talked about it last week, but Matt Baker, as we said before, those books are sky high, but I would love to own one of his books, and I would make it a goal to purchase a Matt Baker book or 2 or 3 before I leave this planet. And so this is a book about Matt Baker, and you may want to find it just to see some of the other stuff that he's done. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I at the one day comic show, yeah, I have 4 Matt Baker books now. Yeah. Those it was the couple of months ago at the one day show that we talked about. We talked about it on the show. I got some Matt Baker books. Yeah. I want to say those were the first ones that I ever acquired. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I can't match you on that, but yeah, that's it for what I got to show for this week. And I know with going to try to keep the show somewhat limited in time. And so as promised, I would for the edits, I will break this show in half because I know we've been at least for an hour. But thank you guys for joining us. And Brother John, I'm glad you're back in the fold with us today. And keep on recovering.
Good to be back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keep on recovering. And hey, John, if you didn't pick up that Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur number 1, there's a variant ratio on it as well, 1 for 25. They want to try to find. I hope Zach put it in your box for you. I've got it in front of me in one of my comic book boxes right in front of me, but I just didn't pull it out for the show today.
Oh, the 1 for 25?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they might not have ordered there. I don't think they're going to order 25 there.
Well, there was only one Moon Girl regular Devil Dinosaur with Peach Momoko on the stand, but they had 2 of those variants on the shelf. I took one of them.
Okay. Well, good for you. Yeah, I'll look for it when I get there, when I can get over there.
So thank you guys for tuning in with us today. Again, I'm excited to do this with you all. It's a hobby that we've been doing all our lives. I can't think of anything besides my family that I love more than my comic books, and it's just one of the things that I do. And I'll let you add a little bit of sugar and spice on what I just said, Brother Jay.
Oh yeah, it's just a lot of the youth today, they don't necessarily have a hobby. They're into the phone or play sports, but they don't collect things, organize, like we did as kids. In our day it was collecting comic books, marbles, tops, whatever the case. And then
Football
you order,
cards, baseball cards.
yeah, baseball cards, basketball. They don't, a lot of them don't do that today. But anyway, it's a great stress reliever. I feel the same way, just like you said. Next to family, God, yeah, we love the comics. We love the comic books. It's just a great stress reliever and escape. All right, all
Yeah.
right. Glad to
So
be back. Great show. All
thank
right.
you. Please like and subscribe. Stay tuned, Ski Geeked Up. And also, happy holidays to everyone out there. And thank you for joining us. And we'll holler at you later. Peace.
See you next time.